If you're looking to start investing in 2026, most people on the internet will tell you to open a Roth account, max out your 401k, invest in an index fund, or even build an emergency fund. That advice is fine if you're starting from zero, but it's the wrong game if you've already got $100,000 or more sitting in cash, because the risk profile, the tax, and the returns you're actually trying to produce are completely different than most people. I've spent 15 years in the markets, I've made millions trading my own capital, and I now run a hedge fund that has tripled the market and beaten it every single quarter since we opened our doors. So in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to walk you through exactly what I would do if I was getting started with $100,000 or more in 2026. The steps in order, the things the internet gets ridiculously wrong, and how I would actually invest it like someone who manages money for a living, which is what I do. So the pattern I keep seeing at the $100,000 level is always the same. For someone with $100,000 or more, they start at what I call level 1, which is an index fund. And for the record, as a money manager, I feel an index fund is an incredible investment. Just the average investor does not see it that way. But the problem is that once you have $100,000, you start to tell yourself that this capital, this money, should be able to make an impact on my life today, not just 20 or 30 years from now, which is the outcome you will get with an index fund. So where you go next is level 2, which is doing everything yourself in an attempt to get higher returns. You start picking stocks, running your own strategies, and managing positions actively. This is where the problem starts, because level 2 is actually a trap. So if level 2 is the trap, what does level 3 actually look like? Well, it starts with one thing. You need a strategy with an actual edge that proves that it works, not a strategy that just looks good on paper. And to be honest, unless you have a serious amount of experience or very deep understanding of the market, it's very unlikely that you are going to find an actual edge yourself. Now, in most cases, you'll just be making one up. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the one that I would start with. Basically anything built around the variance risk premium. In plain English, the variance risk premium is the idea that option sellers take on more risk than option buyers. So the market pays them a markup for that service. There are hundreds of published academic studies on the variance risk premium. So instead of guessing, just use the strategy that has published proof that the edge exists. All you have to do is use it to your advantage. That is what a real edge looks like, not a backtest from social media or some guru strategy. It's something the market does every single day, and there's academic proof that it is real. Now, because I happen to be in a very good mood today, I'll give you another example of what a structural edge looks like. The circuit breakers turn off at 3:25 every day. So there is extra risk in the final 35 minutes of the trading day, regardless of what anyone does. That is a structure. That is something that is present in the market every single day, and you can potentially build a strategy around capturing the advantage that exists because of that structure. If your strategy does not have a structural foundation underneath it, like the one I just went over, you're just flipping a weighted coin that is weighted against you. And even when you find a real edge, you still got to figure out whether you can collect on it, because this is where most of the strategies people get sold completely fall apart. So let's say you found a real edge. The next question is whether you can collect on it, because this is the step that kills most strategies. And the reason for that is because if the edge exists in the market, it doesn't mean that you can necessarily capture it. There's slippage, there's commissions, there's a difference between how a strategy behaved on a clean historical path and how it behaves with real money in a live account. So you have to put the strategy through actual situations to know if it's going to work or not. What we do is run every strategy through a multi-step verification process. We test it against real real world costs like slippage and commission. We run it through in-sample and out-of-sample data. We stress test the parameters. We run Monte Carlo simulations. We run correlation testing and Kelly testing. Basically, we try to break the strategy in every way that it could potentially break. Now, to give you a sense of how brutal our filtering process is, we've tested thousands of strategies and only 15 of them have actually passed. That is what verifying actually means. Less than 1% should be passing your criteria. And the reason this matters at the $100,000 plus level of capital is that the strategies people at this level are getting sold are rarely run through anything close to the level of vigor that you have to. They're being sold a strategy that looks great on a back test. And a back test is a lie if it hasn't been stress tested 6 different ways from Sunday. Anything built on price action, an indicator, or a moving average. If you ran something like a MACD crossover through real testing, it would show there's basically no chance of any of it working going forward. And thousands of people with $100,000 or more are running strategies built around exactly that without realizing they're putting their money into a weighted coin flip where, again, the weight is against you. Now, look, your job here isn't to run all of that testing yourself. Your job is to know that if a strategy has not been through that level of stress testing, that vigor, the back test means absolutely nothing. The back test is step 1 in our testing structure, and it is also the one that holds the least weight. So whoever's handing you the edge, ask them what they actually did to verify it. Now, quick thing before we move on. If you want to see what an actual verified edge looks like in real time, there's a link to my fund's live performance file in the description of this video. These are the same numbers my investors are looking at, updated every single day. All right. So you've got an edge and you verified that it works. Now, here's where most people still manage to mess it up. The biggest drag on any strategy's performance is not the market, it's you. In my experience, manual intervention cuts performance by about 50%. And it doesn't matter how disciplined you think you are, because the moments when the strategy is supposed to make money are always the hardest ones to actually follow through on. A position goes against you, so you close it early. The setup looks weird, so you skip it. You start guessing which trades are going to work and only take the ones that feel safe. All of this kills your edge. So the third step is to automate the strategy and let it run on its own. Get the manual decision making out entirely. And then you have a bot do that particular strategy as many times as possible. It's the same thing as blackjack. If you owned a casino, what would you do? You'd put up a blackjack table and you deal more hands. You wouldn't sit there overthinking every single hand you would be dealing. The edge is small each time, and it adds up to something real when it's done again and again. Automation is what actually lets you get that done. Now, there are services out there that can help with this. I had mine built from scratch because I wanted to know exactly how it was running under the hood. But whatever route you go, it's the same idea. If you want to beat the index, you cannot be the one sitting there making the calls. You have to get out of your own way. That's the playbook. Find a real edge. Verify it actually works, and then automate it and get the hell out of your own way. But here's the thing I really want you to take away from this. The reason most people at this capital level underperform is not that the market is unbeatable. It's not even because they picked the wrong strategy. It's because they can't stop touching it. They can't stop getting in their own way. They do all the research, and if they're lucky, they find something with an edge. And then the first time it does something they don't like, they overwrite it. The strategy was fine. They were the problem. So if you want returns that are better than an index fund, the path is there, but it means accepting that all the time spent researching, monitoring, and clicking the button yourself is actually making your returns worse, not better. The market is not the enemy at this level. You are. And the moment you accept that, everything changes. Now you've got the playbook, but there's one specific strategy inside it that's outperforming everything else right now now in 2026, and almost nobody on YouTube is talking about it because none of these YouTube finance professionals are actually trading their own capital. So click this video right here. I break down the exact strategy that's dominating markets right now, why it's working so well in this specific market, and how I'd actually deploy it myself. So I'll see you over there.